You know what it is and what they do. Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover. Miss Shanika and Shouter, man. Look here. It's a lot going on in the world, especially in our neighborhoods and our communities, man. Yes. And you know what? I feel like when people step up to the plate to let it be known that they are here for our community, especially our children, I think it is fair that we give them, or should I say afford them, the opportunity to talk to the community, to let them know what they got for the community. Yeah. This morning, ladies and gentlemen, we have Dr. Timothy Jones, principal of B.E.S.T Academy, alongside Mr. Shannon Williams, the assistant principal. Let's give it a round of applause, man, for y'all being here today. Now, B.E.S.T Academy, which happens to be an all-boys charter school, but this is not a private charter. This is a public charter school, correct?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about why are we here today?
Well, really, B.E.S.T Academy is a 612 all-boys school. Mm-hmm. We've been around for about 10 years,
right?
And we're excited with what we're doing to not just transform young men, mm-hmm. but to transform our community.
Right.
Mr. Williams is over our recruitment this year. He's been doing a yeoman's job making sure that our message is coming across.
Okay.
And because of him, we get opportunities like this to spend time with you.
Okay, so enrollment. Let's talk about this enrollment.
So when we start talking about the enrollment, man, one of the things that we really want to do at B.E.S.T is get the numbers up. And we want to make this opportunity live and present for everybody in Atlanta. One of the things that people don't understand, you do not have to live in a 3031A to attend B.E.S.T.
Oh, okay.
That you can attend B.E.S.T. We have bus hubs, but it's a school choice situation. So you can choose to come to B.E.S.T if you want to. So we have students that come from the Mays area. Mm-hmm. We have students that come from the Carver area, mm-hmm. students that come from South Atlanta, Washington. We have bus hubs that go all around the city and that are able to pick up these kids and bring them to the B.E.S.T Academy.
The best.
So one of the things that we're looking at now, our application process is still open. You can go to Atlanta Public Schools .schoolmint, M-I-N-T, Atlanta Public Schools .schoolmint, and you can apply to become a scholar at the B.E.S.T Academy. And we're looking forward to doing something really, really big. It's almost like football, like we're the University of Georgia for real. Mm-hmm. Wow. We have our big recruiting day on Saturday, tomorrow, and we're looking at starting at 8 o'clock to 8:30. We're going to have something called the STEM Olympics out there, bro. We're going to be doing a bunch of things. We have street festival food.
8 in the morning to 8:30 at night.
8 in the morning, 8 a.m. We'll meet and greet at 8 a.m. We'll have coffee and donuts and fruit, and then we'll go to about 1 p.m. to get it in. So we don't want to monopolize your entire day, but we want you to come out, enjoy this opportunity with us, and see what we have to offer at B.E.S.T. I guarantee you can't beat it.
What's that address?
A Taste of B.E.S.T. 1190 Northwest Drive, Northwest. A Taste of B.E.S.T, Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, now here's the thing. Right now, we're talking about open enrollment, right? It's open arms at this moment for our community. But I need to get the message to the community. Tell us why. Why should we bring our children, our boys, to B.E.S.T Academy?
First of all, B.E.S.T is more like a family than a school. Mm-hmm. Kids don't care what you know until they know how much you care, right? Mm-hmm. And we're in a position right now where...
Hold on, say that one more time. Make sure our listeners heard that.
Yeah, kids don't know how much you care until they know.
It's good. You good. We'll clean it up.
Kids don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Mm. And so the first thing we do is we wrap kids up in this cloak of caring, mm-hmm. because we really do care about what becomes of our kids. Mm-hmm. And not that other schools do not, but we do things that are actually intentional to make sure that kids succeed at B.E.S.T Academy.
All right, so can we get into some like scoring, test scores? Like what are you producing? Because I'm gonna say this, and we spoke prior to the interview, and I said that I really wouldn't mention it, but I felt that I would be doing an injustice to our community to not tell them how amazing this school is. My son is probably one of the top seeds in our state right now, and in your school, because you guys have nurtured him. Now, I mean, don't get it wrong. His mother and I and our family, we have done all that we can as far as we're doing what we can. Not all, but we tried the best we can. And when we send them off to you guys, and it's like brothers in arms. Like my son comes to me and so motivated, and it's like I think this was one of the best choices that his mother and I could have ever made to send our son to the school. But I want to know, like, what's your graduation rates? I want to know how many students are in the classroom. Like, give us some of the important breakdowns of this.
You know, as Mr. Williams says all the time, it's like having a private school experience in a public school, right? And so we're looking at small class sizes. We're about 15, 16 students to one in terms of the teacher student ratio,
which means the student
means you
have some real interaction, some one-on-one time if need be, right?
And the relationships again that are developing every day. Not only that, and I think what's more important is you talked about some of the data that makes us different. So, you know, when you look at the African-American males in the state of Georgia and you look at their graduation rates, we're constantly at, 94, 95, 96%.
97 this year.
97 this
year.
You
ain't going to do that to us. We're at 97.
97 this year.
Graduation rate, man. That means that we are the second highest graduating school in APS when it comes to African-American males. Now, when we talking about, let's do the pitch, Jock.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
So we're at 97% graduation rate. Mark that down. We're 100% students having college accepted applications. Mark that down.
Wow.
We're 100% of our students apply for 3 or more colleges because we have a small enrollment. We have the people that can really work with them. So we're encouraging our kids to go after that school that they might not get, but we encourage them to do at least 3 applications. We are 100% where all of our boys that come to our school will receive a mentor before they graduate. We're 100% as far as the travel club. Bro, we taking kids to Ecuador this year. So 100% of our kids are going to have an opportunity to travel outside of 285 before they graduate from the B.E.S.T Academy. So when you're talking about what I say to parents when I'm giving them the pitch, we are the best non-traditional, traditional experience in the state. You cannot beat us anywhere. What we give you is something that people, you can't put a price tag on, and that is exposure.
Yeah. I gotta say this. I gotta throw it out there.
Go ahead.
Hit my alley-oop for it.
Come on.
My son, by the grace of God, you guys have given him. I mean, I don't think regular public school could offer the type of programs and just the level of care and concern. My son this man been getting scholarships since he was in the 9th grade.
Yes, he has.
Big facts.
Yes.
And so when he graduates, he's also in a dual enrollment program that you guys helped him with at Georgia State, which is the dual enrollment program. So when he graduates, he'll be graduating with a college degree.
That's right.
You guys also have, I think you guys are teamed up with 100 Black Men.
100 Black Men, yeah. We have 28 active partnerships.
Let's talk about that. What does that look like?
So Morehouse scholarship, the partnership with Morehouse has been going on for many years and in many different facets. Everything from helping our kids academically to bringing people over, helping our kids socially. So with Morehouse and the Outward Bound program, Ms. Epps Primus, who also works there, has made connections. What's great about our staff, wherever they are, wherever they find themselves, they make that organization connect with our school. So again, 28 active partnerships. That's probably twice as many as any 2 schools combined in Atlanta, public schools. And we're talking about a small number of kids. We're talking about 300 kids, essentially, getting access to 28 different partnerships that change their lives every day. The other thing is, 100 Black Men, not only the collegiate, not only the emerging, but the 100 Black Men are huge partners with regard to our school. They run this thing called PODS, Pathways of Developmental Success. What that is, essentially, is if I had this when I was growing up, if I had somebody to, really get into my life and come to see me every 2 weeks and help me to develop a pathway to what I wanted to be, man, I may be president by now.
I can believe it. I can believe it because that's what support feels like. Now, Shawty, we interviewed the mayor of Atlanta, Andre Dickens, and the police chief of Atlanta the other day. And they were talking about some different initiatives with the kids and whatnot. And we was just talking, we was concerned because the gun violence is so crazy right now, not just in Atlanta, but I think it's nationwide. What are some of the incentives that you have for some of these students? Because in regards to mental health, I think this is a topic that we're definitely speaking on more and more now. And if we if you want to bring in Ms. Epps to speak on this right now, that would be good.
Yeah, Ms. Epps runs our. She's doing training for our staff. Talk about what makes our staff different in terms of how they connect with kids.
Well, first of all, what we do is we make sure that the space at B.E.S.T is a safe space.
Right.
In the morning on Monday, we do Fresh Start. Fresh Start is this place where students come in and you get to do a check-in and they get to talk about how did I feel the weekend before, so you can get them ready and be motivated for class that day.
Pep rally.
Not just that day, every day is a pep rally celebrating, okay, how are we going to connect with them? Because mental illness is real. So if you can't help them make those decisions and build relationships and the teachers don't understand the importance of that, then you can't get their attention. Because they need that love, and that helps them make the connection.
So let me ask a real quick question. Since we're speaking on mental health, are we looking for just young black boys? Is it a certain group of young black boys we're looking for? Who are we looking to recruit? Because that's the question that the parents gonna want to know. Yeah. Well, my son, he ain't an F student. He making C's. He ain't the most self-motivated student, but he okay. He doing good. Because there's parents that have their own understandings of their child, and they're not really just open about it, not transparent about it. Look, I think my son may have a learning curve. He may not. My son may have some mental health challenges, or he may not. Everybody's not open. So what are we looking for? Who are we looking to recruit in this program?
So the process when we started this, it was very, very intentional, and that's one of the big things our principals always talking about, being very intentional. So I reached out to every elementary and middle school counselor in Atlanta Public Schools, and I said, give me the names of the kids that would be, watch this, a good fit for B.E.S.T. Not kids that just all have 90 or 99 averages. What are some kids that will be a good fit? So we are taking some kids that the counselors say, you know what, Mr. Williams, this kid can be a great student if he's put in a smaller classroom. This student can be a great student. He's had some issues along the way, but the way that you guys perform with SEL and the way that you are intentional about wrapping your arms and some of the things that you do for young men, he would be great in your atmosphere. Now, don't get me wrong. We want great students, and we look at all these students as great because we are going to, once they get into 6th grade, most of the time, we're going to build them up to where they will become what we call best scholars. So we're not just looking for kids that will fit in a cookie cutter form like that. We are looking for any kid and great parents that want to work with us and go on this journey that we call the B.E.S.T excursion.
Right. It's a partnership. And we're looking for parents who want to partner with the school that cares about their students, their kids.
Let me just, I'm asking questions, right?
Absolutely.
But I'm gonna take it upon myself. I'm gonna read down some of these stats. I Google. Yeah, I did some Googling. I mean, me knowing I'm Googologist. I read here, Shawty pointed this out earlier, that 19% of students scored at or above the proficient math level, and 22% of your students scored at or above the reading level. That needs to be celebrated. Why don't we hear more about this? And I'm glad you're here today because this could be a start for that. This needs to be celebrated. I wanted to figure out what kind of initiative can we do for these students, for like y'all school. I've gone there. I've witnessed. I've seen some very bright minds, man. And I always wonder, like, what's that next step? How can the community step up to help? And I think this enrollment tomorrow would actually be the best thing. Like if you got a child, if you know somebody who has a child who needs the opportunity such as this one, to come be a part of a magnificent program. This is an all boys charter school, but it's a public school.
Yes.
And you don't have to live in the zip code, the area code, with a zip code to attend, right?
In Atlanta.
It's
you just got to be in Atlanta.
It's citywide, and some of you single mothers are riding with that scholar right now next to you. And you guys, our minds are working, and I want you guys to go into action and come Saturday morning, tomorrow morning. And I want you guys to go ahead and fill out that application.
8:30 to 1, right?
8:30 to 1.
B.E.S.T Academy. What's that address?
1190 Northwest Drive, Northwest.
Now, I grew up right there.
Wow.
Literally 4 houses down from where the school was erected. And I can only imagine who I would have been today. I mean, people know me as who I am right now, but I may have actually been that kid that went on to do different things, bigger and better heights and feats. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If we had there were programs,
Right.
but I ain't seen no all boy charter school that was gonna really dedicate themselves to really turning out these scholars, man.
Yes.
I sit back. I can't go off of woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Right.
So I'm gonna use the notion of that to help and spread the word for you guys, man.
And let me say this, man. One of the big things that I impress upon parents is this. Back when me and you was in school, they used to say all the time, "It ain't what you know, it's who you know."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take it a step further. It ain't who you know, it's who knows you. Mm-hmm. So even though we have a 97% graduation rate, our intentionality is placing kids with people that can help them the day after graduation.
Right.
So all of these people that we have, these partnerships that we have with the 100 Black Men of Atlanta, these are kids that are able to go work for these people, to go work in the mayor's office, to go work for attorneys, to go work for people that's doing construction and own their own companies. That's what we're really, the intentionality of B.E.S.T is. We are going to ensure that you graduate, but we are so looking at what are you going to do the day after graduation, and that's what a lot of parents you have to consider. Your kid is going to get a fine education at B.E.S.T, but it's the intangibles of being able to provide them with that next step that sometimes takes so long for a kid to realize, what's my dream? We want to place them into focusing on their dream while they're there at B.E.S.T.
That's
hey,
it.
man,
And one of the things I just want to piggyback on that, it's about the ships. That's what we call them. We're building relationships, mentorships, scholarships, and internships. That is what we demand, that anybody that's involved in our students' lives, they have to give them.
That is, and with that being said, in this wrap up, I definitely want to take the time to say thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We really are honored to be able to. I'm honored, and I know my team and cohorts, we're honored to be able to afford you the platform to really put this message out there. Again, on tomorrow, open house enrollment for the B.E.S.T Academy All Boys Charter School. Again,
1190 Northwest Drive, Northwest.
That's it right there. Make sure you come out. Mamas, daddies, uncles, aunties, grandmamas, grandpapas, all of them.
Mama and them, Cud and them.
All of them.
them.
It take a village to raise a child. So if y'all know a child that needs this opportunity, tomorrow is happening. 1190 Northwest Drive, B.E.S.T Academy, man. Again, it takes the best. Again, thank you to Dr. Timothy Jones, the principal, and Shannon Williams, assistant principal, and Miss Epps Primus for being here with us this morning, man. Y'all know what y'all got to do. Stick around for more Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.